How does an unexpected gift help to further God's kingdom? Would your church or association be able to help people that are hurting? Donations left in wills through the Baptist Foundation of Oklahoma have helped bring the following ministries to life. The Capital Baptist Association helps people through its Grace Rescue Mission and the Baptist Mission Center across the street. Donations help the Rescue Mission feed and shelter the working poor and homeless in the local area. The Baptist Mission Center offers free medical and dental care. Michael Matarese first learned about the Mission Center when his life fell apart.
About 8 years ago, my wife left me and divorced me, and I spent about 3 months trying to bring enough courage up to eat a bullet, and I decided that wasn't the way to go, that I needed to get my life back together again. So I heard about the Grace Rescue Mission, so I took a few things I had left and came down here and got myself on the SAFE program.
Along with the SAFE Drug and Alcohol Recovery Program, the ministry reaches out to share the gospel.
Our mission is to just meet the physical needs of those that darken our doorstep, to give us the opportunity to address their spiritual needs. And that works. Jesus did that when he fed the 5,000, and we just try to follow that same example. Grace Rescue Mission provides about 80,000 bed space each year, and the meals run anywhere from 120 to 150,000 meals served each year.
McAlester, Oklahoma. The Vera McCoy Hospitality House, one of First Baptist Ministries, is unique to McAlester. Inmates' families can stay there while visiting their loved ones at the Oklahoma State Penitentiary.
Vera and I were both volunteer tutors at Oklahoma State Penitentiary as well as Jackie Brannon Correctional Center. We got to talk with a lot of the guys, naturally, and they would tell us stories about when their family members came to visit them. They would often have to choose between having food to eat or a place to stay. Often they will send back a note or a letter.
We thank you so very much for providing a resting place.
Just a note to thank you for my stay at the hospitality house.
Felt like the Lord was in every room.
I had a wonderful visit with my son, which would not have been possible if I had not been directed to your house.
Chaplaincy is another ministry that is funded by donations through the foundation. Jack and Phyllis Poe minister to police officers who often witness violent trauma, such as the Oklahoma City bombing.
What most departments do not do is to help them survive the job emotionally. And so we feel like as chaplains, part of our job can help them to survive this job, the trauma of this job, and the stress of this job, both emotionally and spiritually.
When we lose an officer in the line of duty, it's never failed when we have, that one will come to me and say, why did God take him and leave me? And those are issues you have to sit down and talk about.
We describe chaplaincy as taking the presence of God into every situation. But after we've looked at that, we decided that God's presence is already there. What we as chaplains do is we reflect the presence of God in every situation.
Rancho Village Baptist Church is located in an inner-city neighborhood. Every day, it goes about the business of ministering to the families who live there. However, a lot of its membership has been lost over time as the neighborhood declined.
The fact is that if you're in an inner-city work like we are, and many other churches in the same situation here in Tulsa and other areas, if you're in a small town in Oklahoma where the highway has bypassed and the lifeblood is just about sucked out of that community, then this is a wise way to go. This has given me an opportunity to feel a little more comfortable about future ministries here, and that we can keep the staff moving forward and making future plans without worrying about all of the money drying up. The way in which we were doing ministry 20 years ago is different than it is today. What we're trying to do is to develop a bilingual setting, trying to keep focused, the scripture, the gospel, and then bringing everybody under the same umbrella. Because the gospel has been offered to everyone.
Porque el evangelio ha sido ofrecido para todos.
How does an unexpected gift help to further God's kingdom?
If people will think about the eternal results of what they could leave behind, of what their legacy might be, it's just incredible what could be done.
If I could encourage pastors, I would encourage them, for the sake of the lifeblood of the church, to look to the foundation, ask them for help, because they have been able to come in, work with us, help us to see ways that we could set this legacy together, and now we are able to look forward, look to the future, knowing that we're going to be able to keep the utilities and all the necessary things for the building so that we can focus on the ministry that we believe God has given us to do.
Donations allow Grace Rescue Mission to minister. And because of that, Mike Matarese has a new life. Today he works for the Rescue Mission as full-time kitchen manager.
When Jesus and Peter are on the shores of Galilee, in the scriptures, and Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me?" And Peter says, "You know I love you, Christ." He says, "Well, then feed my sheep." And that just really touched me. And I felt that's what God wanted me to do, was to feed the people, his sheep here.